I honked at you very nicely one time for you to move out the way. Your ego is really this big? Is that why you pulled me over? Because I blew my horn because you were in the way and I was going to the emergency room?
Welcome back to the LackLuster channel. On July 28th of 2022, a viewer named Kevin was transporting his newly pregnant wife to the Jackson West Medical Center to get seen after a car accident the previous day. Security footage shows Kevin pull behind a Miami-Dade police cruiser at a stop sign. Moments later, another cruiser makes a left-hand turn and the two deputies now block the entrance to the emergency room as they have a conversation, seemingly oblivious or careless to the fact that they are holding up traffic to the hospital. After waiting for nearly 20 seconds, Kevin honks his horn to notify the officers of his presence and urge them to move. One of the officers makes a gesture out his window with his hand and finally pulls up 10 seconds later. Kevin briefly explains the situation and the first officer leaves, but Officer Daniels now exits his vehicle and stops Kevin in the driveway and demands his driver's license.
Sure, so what are you pulling me over for? What are you pulling on me? What are you pulling me over for? Can I have your sergeant? Can I have your sergeant?
Sir, give me your license.
Can I have your sergeant?
Give me your license.
I've asked for your supervisor already.
Let me have your license.
I'm asking for your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
Can I have
Call your
license?
supervisor.
Let me have your license.
Call your supervisor.
Let me have your
Call your supervisor. What am I being pulled over for?
Let me have your license.
To ask my license, I have to commit a fucking crime or a traffic infraction. I honked at you because you're blocking the way with your car, talking to the other.
Let me have your license. Let me have your license.
I'll put it back in my pocket. Your ego is really this big? I honked at you very nicely one time for you to move out the way. He wants to continue. I have an emergency. That's why I'm at the emergency room for my wife.
Okay, we're gonna. If you need emergency help, that's one thing.
I already told you that. Okay. That's the first thing I told you when I opened this window.
No. First of all.
The first thing I told you. No, I don't want to hear no first of all. You either let me go so I can go with my emergency, or you call your supervisor.
Turn your car off.
I don't need to turn my car off.
Turn your car off.
Call your supervisor.
Turn your car off. Turn the car off.
Here.
Get out the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. Stand over there. Oh, so you're okay now?
In Florida, the statutes regarding horns and warning devices state that a driver shall, when reasonably necessary to ensure safe operation, give an audible warning with his horn. Considering the circumstances, it is likely that a judge or jury would find that Kevin's use of the horn was more than reasonable. It is likely that the same judge and jury would find that this is an unlawful traffic stop, and that the officer's demands for a driver's license and removing Kevin from the vehicle, while simultaneously holding up the couple's travels to seek emergency medical attention, are egregious violations of several of the family's civil rights. Officer Daniels now makes a crude remark to the victim, appearing to infer that she isn't suffering or in need of help because she stood up and is recording, and instead of allowing the couple to continue on their way to the emergency room, Officer Daniels calls for a rescue, wasting more taxpayer resources and seemingly to punish Kevin by spending not only his time, but the entire task force that was dispatched to respond just outside the ER.
Oh, so you're okay now?
I had an accident.
Okay,
I'll call my lawyer.
Are you okay?
Right now, no. I'm having a lot of pain, and
have a seat.
I don't have to have a seat, sir.
You say you need fire rescue?
I don't need fire rescue. I'm at the hospital.
Have a seat.
I'm fine. I'm not being aggressive. I'm fine.
Can you start fire rescue? This way, young lady says she's been involved in an accident. She's alert.
I'm recording. It's fine.
Dave, keep the phone. You're at 2001 Northwest 79 Avenue. Where do you reach what?
Let's kill herself. She's in the parking lot. Let me have your license, sir.
What infraction? No, I refuse. I refuse.
Okay, we'll deal with you in the morning.
That's fine. Ask for your supervisor, please. Incredible, your ego, right? It's incredible. Babe, your uncle works for the police department, right? What's
being
your
a
badge
white
number?
Genesis.
May I please have your name and badge number? I'm pretty sure it's your part of the policy to get provided a fax. What is your badge number, officer?
I'm Officer Daniels.
Officer Daniels?
My name is Officer Daniels.
Okay.
My ID is 5541.
5541 for the camera. Make sure it's still recording, babe.
Let me have your driving license, sir.
No.
I asked you several times. Let me have
You can ask all you want. That's on a command.
What is your what is her ailment? What is she?
Was in a car accident.
What's the
She's going to be seen by her doctor at emergency room to make sure the baby is okay.
Because I think I'm getting ready to miscarry.
When was she involved in an accident? When?
Late afternoon, yesterday.
Yesterday. You were
Yes.
involved in an accident yesterday.
Absolutely.
Okay, and you called fire rescue, and they treated you yesterday, or you?
I am coming to the ER today because
Okay.
my doctor stated that that's what I needed to do to make sure I don't lose this child as well.
Okay, and yesterday did they take you to the hospital yesterday?
No.
You didn't go to the
I
hospital.
chose
yesterday?
not to go yesterday.
Okay,
On
after
the
you said you
advice of my attorney, I didn't have to go yesterday, but I came today.
Yesterday, after you said you was involved in a very bad accident. Yes.
I never said I was in a bad accident. I said I was in a car accident.
Okay, so were you involved in a car accident? Yes or no?
I was involved in a car
Yesterday.
accident.
Yeah, you
Yes.
can see the damage on the car.
You was. I'm
can show you the police
okay.
report.
Okay. So you was involved in an accident yesterday at what time?
4:34 p.m.
4:30 p.m. You have the police report. You say you wanted to show me.
Yes, we can have it
Okay,
in the
let me
car.
see the police report that you say it's from yesterday.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. We're gonna have fire rescue come and treat you right now. Look at you and check your vitals and everything from the accident that you had yesterday. Sir, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me. Okay, do not threaten me. Do not
You're
threaten me.
blocking the right of way
Nobody's
to an
nobody's
emergency
blocking.
room. Yes, you are, because the other
First of
cop
all,
was right here.
Are you gonna
No,
let me
I don't
speak?
need to talk to you.
Are
You're
you
the
gonna let
civil
me speak?
servant. You
Okay.
listen to me.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
You move out the way when I have an emergency. That's it. There is no, oh, we were talking about what we're eating for dinner. Nothing else. I told you there's an emergency. Okay, and I actually have an emergency, an actual emergency right now. Is there an emergency here? Definitely not the priority over an emergency for my wife and her unborn baby. Yeah, even though right there is emergency room, right? That's smart. What's your badge number, Nino? 4268.
You say this emergency, we call fire rescue for you to do
Good,
so we
I
can check on
appreciate
your
that.
door, on your wife.
Thank you.
Do you have your ID with you, ma'am?
I do.
Let me see your ID.
My license or my Jackson badge?
Yeah, I had your driver's license.
Stop the recording and start again, please.
Kevin's wife supplies her identification to the officer so that he can provide it to the unnecessary fire response and starts asking unrelated questions. This is often done to show that other parties on scene are willing to answer questions and to provide information in an attempt to demonize someone refusing to ID or respond to inquiries in front of a jury.
I work for all of them.
You work for all of Jackson? Which Jackson?
I work
That's the one you
near
work
the
for?
main facility.
Okay, what is your title with Jackson Hospital?
I'm a financial analyst. I work in the business office.
Okay. All right. You say you had credentials, your Jackson credentials?
Absolutely.
Okay. Just make sure. Okay, thank you. You still won't show me your driving license, sir?
If you tell me a law broke, is there an infraction? Okay, making sure. You can start the video again, baby, if you want.
Kevin maintains his anonymity and requests a supervisor.
Roger, Sergeant.
We're going to deal with this emergency at this moment. We'll get you a supervisor. We'll get you a supervisor. We'll get you a supervisor. We will get you a supervisor.
No, I need one as soon as possible. Obviously, I'm in an
This is emergency mode right here. This is this we're gonna deal with. No, we're gonna deal with this emergency right here.
You take her over there.
She's alert. She's alert. She's alert, sir. She's alert. And she's breathing. We care about everybody. We care about everybody.
doctor?
We care about everybody. You want to confront me? You want to?
Is that for the people you kill?
Why are you saying that? For what?
Should I
You trying to antagonize me? There's no need to antagonize me. There's no need to antagonize me. There's no need to antagonize me. Don't need to antagonize me. I'm here. You want me to help you? We're gonna help you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. We're waiting for fire rescue to come.
You're literally impinging my fucking freedom of right to travel.
Okay. You said that she's not feeling good. She was involved in an accident yesterday. You need fire rescue.
You're stopping her.
We got fire rescue coming. I'm checking. I'm looking at her. She's alert. She's alert. And she got the vitals.
Oh, don't worry. Our alert's gonna have to deal with it.
You just having an upset bad day today that you want to take it out on us? Don't do that. Don't do that.
We have an emergency.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't put your ego in this.
Don't do that. Don't do
put
that.
your ego in
You're
this.
trying to antagonize me. It's not going to work, sir.
I told you to get out the way.
And I asked you, and we were going to get out your way.
Why would I give you my license?
Listen.
Because your ego.
Listen, we got out your way. It's why we're in your way.
Bigger than you, buddy.
Listen. We're not going to go back and forth with you.
I know
We're not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to do that.
Because you have no right.
I have no right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, fire rescue arrives on scene, right outside the ER they were traveling to. As the medics tend to his wife, Kevin attempts to record the interaction, but Officer Daniels pushes Kevin back, forcing him to stand on the grass to film.
Sir, stay on the sidewalk over there.
That's not a sidewalk.
Stay on the curb. Stay on the curb, sir. Stay on the curb.
I'll stay on this curb.
Sir, stay on the curb, sir.
I'm gonna stay on this curb.
Stay on the curb. Stay on the curb over there.
This is where you stop them.
Stay on the curb.
It's your chance to reel them back. What's the reason?
Kevin's phone overheats, but resumes shortly after.
Going off on me and my partner. You understand?
So is that why you pulled me over?
That's not the way you do things.
Is that why you pulled me over?
You told us that she was having.
Is that why you pulled me over? Because I blew my horn because you were in the way and I was going to the emergency room?
Are you going to let me?
I don't need to. You're gonna give me a ticket. Give me a ticket if you like. I need to go to the emergency room right now.
Okay, you've been cleared by fire rescue. If you would like to still go in there, you can.
Okay.
Listen, don't
call your supervisor. Regardless, listen. I don't need to listen. I do not listen. If you would like, you can write me a ticket. You can arrest me if you like.
The cell phone overheats again, but the interaction ends shortly after. Kevin and his wife spent 4 hours at the hospital that day, but a supervisor never arrived to speak with them. Formal complaints have been submitted to the department. As an ex-paramedic for LA City Fire, I can testify that the decision to call for a rescue was negligent when dealing with an obstetrics call. While I have personally performed deliveries outside of a clinical setting as a medic, Kevin's wife was not in labor, and the scope of practice of an EMT paramedic is miles below that of a licensed doctor of medicine that specializes in obstetrics. That is just common sense, which makes the decision to hold the couple, barring them from entering the ER to receive advanced medical care, even more egregious, and raises suspicions that it was done intentionally to burden the family by detaining them, and possibly forcing them to pay ridiculous amounts of money for an EMS response they didn't ask for, all for honking a horn. Only Daniels knows if what he did was intentional to cause harm, or if he really is that clueless. Either way, he lacks the temperament to hold the authority of a law enforcement officer. This entire encounter is a terrible look for the department, and could have created more harm to the potential miscarriage Kevin's family was experiencing. Again, all for legally honking a horn. Miami-Dade has yet to release the records of this encounter, though the hospital was forthcoming and transparent with theirs. Kevin is currently speaking to civil rights attorneys concerning this interaction, but he doesn't have a channel of his own, so be sure to leave him a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like to submit for review, use the link in the description or pinned comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for future content. And remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. It really helps the channel. If you enjoy our content, try our other channels, LackLuster Limited for criminal psychology content, and The Odd Side for paranormal videos. Shirts and other merchandise are available at the Teespring store. Memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to help further support the channel and get a slick Lack logo next to your name. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All links are down below.